hey, Kate, my name is Alessia. Like, you were on our podcast like a year ago. Like, I don't know if you remember us, but then it's like, oh, yeah, these are the people who talked about murder and erotica. Hey, I'm Les.
And I'm Ree. This is Not That Kind of Book Club,
a bookish podcast where we read it so you don't have to.
Hey friends, welcome to Not That Kind of Book Club. I'm Ree.
I am Les, and you know us, we're, what was I gonna say? We read it so you don't have to.
And today we are so excited. We have a very fresh new author coming on the podcast with us today. We have Kate Beaumont out of Winnipeg. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, this looks so legit. So I was like, whoa, this is kind of intense. Not intense, but I was like, oh, it's formal and nice. So it's kind of cool.
Oh, amazing.
I honestly feel so out of it today that I forgot our slogan, Ree.
That's okay.
I had a moment and I was just like, wow, oh God. Oh God. But
amazing. So let's just hop right into it. We do a little bit, not really a game, but what we like to start with is, what did you just finish for a book? So what have you read? What are you currently reading? And what is up next on your to be read, Kate?
Okay, so what did I just read? Oh, I just read a really good, actually it was an ARC read for somebody, Megan Saint, and it was called Through Dishonest Eyes. And it was, sorry, I'm a little bit nervous, so my voice is a little weird.
Ooh, that's
okay.
nervous. It's okay.
We're
Also,
all friends here.
I always feel like my voice sounds like Marcel the Shell Who Talks, if you remember that. So, I'm almost self-conscious.
If it makes you feel better, when we first started, I was like, oh my God, I hate the sound of my voice. This is going to be horrible. And if you ever want to see the most awkward video, go watch episode number 1. Ooh. I am very awkward.
Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling right now. So I actually just read, an ARC read for Through Dishonest Eyes. Loved it so much. I ordered it already from her, and she's actually become a super good support for me too, which was great.
Amazing.
My current read, I decided I went through some old books at my mother-in-law's house. We used to live with her for a bit, so I had gone through my old books, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to read Call of the Wild. So that's I just found it.
That.
So that's my book. And then my to be read. Oh, geez, which one? I have so many. I don't know. I have a wrestling book called, I was working on it and then I put it away. It's called The Sons of El Rey. So that'll be my next book I'll be reading.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. All right, Les, where are you at?
Okay, so I was supposed to be reading the Fragile Threads of Power, but I got a little bit sucked into the Boys of Toman series. So technically the last book I read was Saving 6, and I'm currently reading Redeeming 6, which are the third and fourth books in this series. And let me just emphasize that this used to be labeled as a YA. But if you read that first book, it is intense as living Murphy. But honestly, I have no idea. If I read that in high school, I would need therapy. I'm not joking.
Okay.
But I love them. They're so good.
Okay. All right. What's up next?
Fragile Threads of Power.
And that's a pretty hefty one.
I'm supposed to read this by the first?
It's pretty quick, but that's all right.
I'm sure it's fine. I'll just get an audiobook.
Exactly, and just listen.
Yep.
Do you listen to audiobooks, Kate?
No, because my undiagnosed ADHD, I can't focus and I start wandering and thinking about everything else but the audiobook. So I have to physically read books, I find.
Okay, fair enough.
Sorry to cut in on this, but I find that with my diagnosed ADHD, I can't listen to music. I zone out and I fall asleep. So when I'm driving, because naturally the drive from Saskatoon to Calgary is 6.5 hours, and I can't listen to 6.5 hours of music. Like, not my thing. I can listen to podcasts, but eventually I get tired of listening to true crime for 6.5 hours. It just makes me like kind of go insane. But sorry to cut back to true crime. Do you guys ever find when you listen to true crime and you're like, dude, you made a mistake. I could do this better than you. Why didn't you do this? And I'm like, oh my God, this is why I can't listen to it, because eventually I keep like hyper analyzing a murderer and being like, if you did it like this, you probably wouldn't have gotten caught. Or, and it turns into the like, if I were to murder someone, this is what I would do. And let me emphasize, I'm not ever going to murder someone, but man, this is why I don't listen to true crime for that long.
This is your psych degree coming out. So side note, Kate Les also is working on a master's in psychology right now. So she just loves to pick all of that apart.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. Moral of the story, I listen to audiobooks when I drive for 6.5 hours because it actually stimulates part of my brain that I have to be really engaged and I have to listen. And because I'm a multitasker, it's like I'm driving and listening. But I find when I'm riding in the car and listening, I fall asleep. So then in the car, I have to physically read. But
Passenger princess style.
Amazing. Yeah, that's what I am. I need to get a like sticker for the back of my Kindle and just be like passenger princess, because
I will always ride shotgun. You're driving.
Precisely.
I need that sticker.
Okay, Ree, what did you just read? What are you reading next? What are you currently reading?
Okay, what did I just finish? I feel like I just finished The Retirement Plan by Sue Hinsenberg, which was hilarious. It's a newer one. Have you heard of this book, Kate?
No,
Anyone?
I haven't heard of that one.
Okay, it's really amusing. It's basically about these 3 mid-60s women who their husbands all die and they think that they're getting a life insurance payout from them, and it doesn't happen. And there's all kinds of like thriller twists and turns. It's wild, but it's also a comedy.
Yeah.
There's no romance or like, well, a little bit of romance, but no smut or anything in it. It's just like a true fiction. It fits me.
It fits Rihanna. She's not a like lovey-dovey erotica smutty, even though we just read erotica for one of our past podcasts.
Yeah, that seemed
like,
wild.
Yeah, and like we went from fantasy and like talking about that development of characters to straight on erotica. No, I lied. We went from nonfiction talking about Tennille's journey, and then we went into Luna Day's arcs,
like,
and I was like,
heavy erotica.
It's a stark contrast.
Yeah.
But we loved both of those podcasts.
Oh, and I loved all the books that I got to read. I mean, erotica is something that is very new to me, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
And I love how far we stray from what we're supposed to be talking about. And you'll notice this a lot. We'll go on a little bit of a side tangent, but sometimes like
we come back around.
Fun.
Yeah. We circle back, as they say in corporate speak.
But to push this back to Ree, what are you currently reading?
Currently reading, is it Stephanie Archer, the Vancouver Storm series? Yeah, I'm on book number 3 of that because I do love getting a little bit lost in easy reading. And then up next, I feel like I have so many. It's basically this whole shelf that's behind me, but also your book, Kate. I just struggle so much. I have to figure out how to get it from the like file you sent me onto my Kindle because reading. Do you know how to do that?
I know how to do that.
Can you help me with that, please?
Yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's really easy.
Okay, cool. Yes, because I am very technologically inept.
Yeah, I can do that. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. So then, Kate, your book is up next for me, which is Salt and Shadow. Which is the big reason why we're here, is Salt and Shadow.
I could send you a new copy of it too, because it's changed a little bit. So
wait here. Where am I? There's my heart hands. That would be a big thank you. I would love that.
We'll have to talk more about this. And like, I'm just really excited. I love having hard copies of books with authors that we've gotten to talk to. It just like touches my heart in a different way because I got to meet and talk. Like, no, I don't get to shake your hand in person.
Not yet.
But the thing is like, how cool would it be to like go to a book signing event and be like, hey, Kate, my name is Alessia. Like, you were on our podcast like a year ago. Like, I don't know if you remember us, but then it's like, oh yeah, these are the people who talked about murder and erotica.
Knock, knock. We're in Winnipeg. Open up. We're here to be your friends.
I love it. Come on.
You say this now until we show up at your house, Kate.
I would be shocked. I will be shocked, but
I'm that
I'm
friend. I did it yesterday too. I was driving around dropping off errands in the city, and I was like, ooh, I'm going to stop at this friend's house. And I knocked at their door in the backyard, and they were like, who's here? I'm like, which is your only friend that would show up unannounced? And they're like, oh, hi, Ree.
Hashtag the start. This is the start of a true crime podcast. Knock, knock, knock. Hello, I'm here.
yeah, this is great. Like, I work in the field of justice, so, this is all relevant.
Okay, so amazing. Tell us a little bit more about you. Obviously, like, what is your... What do you do, if you can talk about it? What do you do for work? Tell us all about Kate.
Yeah, I want to meet you. So like share whatever you feel like sharing. We love to meet the people we have on our podcast. So yeah, introduce Kate.
Okay, and then just, if you take the conversation elsewhere, I'm open to that too. I'm also very get distracted and latch onto other ideas and stuff.
I mean, you should notice by how we've already started, there's, squirrel. Haha, let's go.
Shiny light over there.
Ooh, a dog. Come here. But
Yes.
okay, Kate, tell us about you.
Well, I don't actually disclose my work to the public,
Amazing.
what I actually do.
Yep.
I mean, eventually, if I continue writing, people will be able to read between the lines what I do. But I do work vaguely. I work in the field of justice. So
Ooh.
I work with folks who are on one side of the law. And I've been doing this for quite a few years. I worked with, years ago, with women on bail, which was an amazing opportunity. I worked heavily with folks who have substance abuse, that kind of thing. I've been in social services for years. I don't even know how many, which started off working with old people and then somehow branched off and got a degree in criminal justice.
Wow.
And yeah, so I'm, pretty and that's one thing. I actually started writing to process a lot of, because unfortunately, there's a lot of trauma that comes with the field of justice in almost any shape or form, any position you have. So that was one reason I started writing. But yeah, outside of my career, which I actually love,
Cool.
I have been with my partner for 8 years.
Wow.
My fiance, we got engaged last month. So that was
Ooh.
fun.
I honestly, I relate so hard to that. I've been with my partner now 8 years, and I just keep looking at him. I'm like, this ring that's missing.
This finger is so bare.
It's so bare. I need something.
Just take him to a shop. Kind of what I did. I was like,
Yeah.
hey, we should really go look at rings. And he's like, okay. And I was like, all right, that's great.
Okay, hold it up so we can see the ring if it's on.
Oh, okay. Oh,
And
it's always
just-
on.
Ooh, very
Yeah.
nice. We're going to have to
Beautiful.
come back and look.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, I was happy with it.
Awesome. Any pets, any children?
No pets, no children yet. Hopefully one day, we'll see.
All right.
And yeah, and then other than that, I work out a lot. I like powerlifting, so that's another.
Oh, heck yeah. I used to be
Yeah.
really into that.
I was gonna say, tell
Oh,
us more
cool.
about that.
Yep. So conventional squat, bench, deadlift type powerlifting?
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Just the
okay.
classic 3.
Have you competed before?
I did the first time last month, actually.
Congratulations. That's super cool.
Yep.
Okay, what numbers did you hit?
Well, I almost got disqualified because I'm not good at listening. So
So with powerlifting and squat, bench, deadlift, just so everybody can kind of understand, I'll go through it
Good,
quick.
because I have
Yeah,
absolutely
you're lost
no
right
idea
now.
what
So
you guys are
basically,
talking
what you
about.
have to do is for a squat, you have to grab the barbell, step out, and then be completely still before they'll give you a command to squat, and then you come back up, and then they give you a command to put it back in the rack. So you have to be completely still on either end of this
so
lift.
you have to wait until they tell
till they
you?
give you a command.
I mean, when you
Yes.
watch it, it doesn't seem
No.
like that. It just seems like they bring it back, and then you squat, and then you just bring it back forward.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
what
it,
seems
but
like.
I've seen it, but I have zero
But where-
clue, like,
yeah.
the behind the scenes.
Yeah, so on your end, you're probably just standing there and you're like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, give me the command, let's go. So you ran into a little bit of trouble with your start and your end commands.
Yeah, but I didn't get disqualified, so that was very good. Yeah, I mean, you never hit the numbers you want, but it was still super fun. Like,
It was your first crack at the can, right? Like,
yeah,
That's so
exactly. And
cool.
it's
Okay, but
super
what were your
fun.
numbers? Come on, tell us.
Yeah, my
What
squat
was your number?
This is not my number, but my squat was 187.
Ooh.
So that was okay. But then
Yeah.
my deadlift was 250 and my bench was 105. So
Heck yeah, that's a pretty good total. So that would put you just about 500-ish, just above.
I don't remember exactly.
This is
I
all
don't
in
think it was
pounds,
quite
by the
there.
way, not
Yeah,
kilos.
this was pounds.
Yeah.
No,
Just,
I
just
only
to
weigh
let
like
people out there know.
yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah,
Could
no,
you
I-
imagine if that was kilos?
Oh, I would be running away scared a little bit
I would
from
be
you, Kate,
crushed.
but like also at the same time, like, well done, well done. All of it is well done. That's such a super fun hobby to have.
I was going to say, if I'd
Yeah.
be quite honest, when I had my personal trainer and we were doing squats, I'm pretty sure I like barely hit the 100. Like maybe
It's hard.
more.
It's
I
really
can't
hard.
remember, but
It is hard.
right now I'd probably barely hit the 40.
Oh yeah, we'd just be doing the bar, but that's okay.
there's nothing wrong with that though.
Exactly.
Isn't the bar like 50 pounds or like 40
45,
pounds?
yeah.
Okay.
45?
Okay. I know I've never done just the bar, so maybe my like absolute lowest was like a 55.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
Okay,
love
well, you know, my 55 and your 185 are very different things. But okay,
Well done.
I love
Very,
that.
very well done, Kate. That's
Oh,
amazing.
thanks. Yeah.
Am I allowed to ask like where you grew up, or have you been in Winnipeg your whole life? Have you kind of been other places?
Basically been in Winnipeg my whole life.
Yeah.
I actually lived in Saskatoon for about 6 months back in 2013, I think. Just like, yeah, I was there for just a short period of time. I don't remember why. I think I had like a job opportunity, so I just moved there, and we had some family friends that I lived with for a while. So yeah, I liked it. I don't know, it was nice. And at the time, traffic was pretty good, I felt.
Yeah.
Whereas now, traffic feels a little crazy there.
I can imagine.
So I'm assuming then you love Winnipeg, like you like being there.
We're open to moving. I did some traveling, like again, 10 years ago. Like I had lived in New Zealand for about 3 months, and
I
I
love
fell in
that
love with
so
that. So that's my goal, is to move back there with my fiance and see if we get him there.
Oh my gosh, you should get there before you have kids so that they can be Kiwis, like true Kiwis.
With the accents, like so cute.
Could you imagine like you guys are gonna have this pure Canadian accent and they'll start talking with their little New Zealand accent and you'll just be like, oh my god, you're so adorable. How did I birth you?
I remember, sorry, this is a little off topic. My friend there years ago, I remember her little nephew he was about to throw up, but he's like, I'm going to spew. And it was the cutest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Where the like,
He did not throw up.
honestly, I sit here and I'm like, could you imagine like raising your kids even in England or somewhere that they have those accents? Like, I don't know how I would be able to like listen to it. It's like, Mama, I need you to change my nappy.
Ma, I'm about to spew.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or the Boys of Tolman series that I'm listening to, it's all Irish.
Oh,
So like I'm
Nice.
listening to this and I have it on 1.3 speed, so sometimes I'm like, whoa, what are you saying? But like it has names like Aoife and like, oh gosh, what's the other one? Tag?
okay, but the
Aoife
spelling
and
is
Tig.
not what you would think it is
Yeah,
ever. So
and it's-
listening to it, you get a better
Yeah, and
representation.
like the mom's name is Adele, but it's Edel. But they say Adele.
Okay,
Oh.
Adele.
Adele.
Like
I like that.
Edel, like Adele. I said that 6 times. I'm so sorry. But Kate, back to the train of thought.
Well, let's go right into the fact that Kate, drumroll, has a book coming out September 2nd. Salt and Shadow is getting released. Tell us a little bit about Salt and Shadow.
Wow. I feel like I always have to justify my book, actually.
Oh, no, you don't have to
No,
justify it to
no.
us.
Don't justify here. You're
no.
just coming on as a friend. Tell us all about it.
Yeah, honestly, like I started, writing. I think I started in like 2013. I don't even know if I should tell you how it started because it's really funny.
You have
Oh,
to now.
Okay. So my partner and I started playing a video game together, and I was like, wow, I am in love with this video game character. And it's Stardew Valley. So it's a farming game.
Oh my
And
God, yes.
Okay, all right.
yes, and you like woo people. And I was like, oh my goodness, I didn't know I loved romance because I've never really been a romance person. And my partner kept laughing because he's like, man, you don't even play this game to like beat the goals. And I was like, my goal is to get married. Like, that's enough. That's all I need. So, anyways, I think it started 100% as like a fan fiction. And then I was like, okay, I actually don't know anything about farming, despite the fact I'm in the prairies. And I was like, this is weird and dumb that I'm writing this. So then I went off and then ended up changing it to be the first book. There's not a lot of fantasy, but like the later series is basically all fantasy based. So that's how it started. Was I was like, I don't know how to write about farming, but I'm gonna write about fantasy because then I can just make stuff up.
Oh,
I
love
like
that
it.
so much.
That's a good way to do it.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, there are days that like I have dreams and I wake up and I'm like, damn, that would be a sick book. And then 5 minutes later I've completely forgot what the theory or what was the basis of my dream that would be a good book.
Yeah, it's hard to remember the dreams all the time for me.
But continue. So we started as like a farming game and we kind of transitioned to the start of romance and the start of a fantasy series.
Yeah, so then it actually, when I was working on it, I went with like, I went and did like, because originally it was broken into 3 parts. So it was actually like, the first book was actually part 1. And then when I started working with like this editor, her name is Jess, she's actually down in the States. And I found her on Goodreads, which was kind of funny. And we were working on it together and she's like, hey, I really think you should actually expand on this and you should split the book up into a couple parts. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I love that idea because, it just gave me more opportunity to like learn to write better and in different styles I wasn't comfortable with and stuff. So we ended up splitting Salt and Shadow to be the first book in what was originally a trilogy. And now it might be 4 or 5 books. I'm
Oh my
not
gosh.
100%. Yeah, I don't know. I've also written like I think 4 or 5 prequels and like 3 follow-up just because like I get an idea and I just go.
So like these are fully written books or they're just kind of the concepts?
They are fully written, but in their first draft. So
Holy shit.
should not be produced.
Good for you,
Yeah,
though. That's a
that's
lot of
wild.
writing. That is a lot of writing and building
It is a
and
lot.
separating.
But when you think about it, kind of starting like 2013 to now,
That's a big
that's
chunk of
12
time.
years.
Yep.
Oh no, it was 2023.
Oh,
So
now, wow. Okay.
2
No.
years you split this up.
I'm very
Yeah.
impressed. That is wild.
That's just like a quick little
It
golf
is
clap
taking
here.
it is taking me 2 years so far. No, I started while before that. I had 2 years of coursework and then now I'm in my thesis and it's been 2 years and I'm still not done my thesis. So
But
the
that's a
fact
very
that
different
like
type of writing.
but still like you wrote like what 6, 7, 8 books and I can't finish writing the literature review of my thesis. Well, no,
That
I'm
is so
further
different,
along than
though.
that, but
Wow. Amazing. Okay, so Salt and Shadow is coming out on the 2nd, and this is your first book releasing.
It is. Yes. Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
And then sometimes I go back and forth where for me, I'm very like I get an idea in my head and I just roll with it. So I think I like started my Instagram page like I think it was like May 29. And I was just like, all right, like I'm diving all in. We're just gonna see how this goes. At that point, I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't even know what an arc read was. I was just like
Me too, girl.
yeah, it's like I just was like, hey, let's do this. And then finally I had connected with a couple other authors who helped guide me along the way. So that's been really helpful. I've met so many wonderful people online, I have to say, which has been probably the highlight of writing.
Amazing.
But yeah, I kind of just dove in and like I wrote my book knowing it was going to be a struggle for a lot of people. I fully knew that, but I'm stubborn. And I like committed to it and I was like, nope, I want people to be mad. I want people to be upset. So I'm gonna commit to this. And whether or
Okay.
not that's a good idea or not,
I'm gonna be
um,
sad and upset. Got it.
possibly. Yeah, possibly like you won't even finish it. Like that's how it goes, you know?
Is it
Yeah.
the kind of book where we might throw it against the wall because we're frustrated with it
Well,
and
my
then grab it again and be like, oh my God, I need to keep going?
I don't know if you'll grab it again. That's kind of that's the reality of it. And I'm like, like,
Hmm.
and I'm not saying I do feel like it's not the worst book ever, but also, there's massive room for improvement. And like, that's my favorite part of writing is that I can always get better. I can always improve. I love that
Hmm.
so much. But I think with this book, what I wanted to depict, and I'm getting the feedback for it, and it's hit or miss, is kind of how I feel. Um, because when I like in the work that I do with recovery, whether it's emotions recovery, substance abuse, anything like that, and for my own healing journey in my own life, I've always felt that like recovery, it's not a linear thing. And the
Exactly.
way we tell stories,
Bumpy.
which works and it's amazing, and I'm what I'll be doing for the next books going forward. But there's like there's a climax, and then it comes down. That's like
Hmm.
basic story structure, like super, super simplified. But with that, I went against that with this book, where, she's climbing, our character, she's doing really well. She has a setback and she crashes down again. And then she picks herself up and it's like, okay, okay, she's doing well, she's doing well. Ooh, we're getting to the climax, things are good. And it's like, okay, no, not actually. And
Okay.
so yeah,
Okay.
it was a choice.
Yeah.
It was a choice for me to do that. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay, so just kind of hearing that, I'm going to tell you right now, I highly recommend reading the Boys of Tommen series because
Mm,
this third and fourth book is a wild roller coaster between the male main character kind of dealing with addiction and how
mm,
um, I'm addicted, and this is going to be my recovery. I'm going off. I'm working on not using drugs, and we're working, and then we kind of fall under the wagon again, and you kind of see the aftermath of it and how addiction isn't affecting just one person. It actually affects all of those people in your lives.
hmm
And I'm not going to lie, this is also a book series that you'll fall in love with and you love the characters, but then at times you're just absolutely bawling because you can't understand how this happens and like the reality of this because it is situated in a lower class environment and like they live in like government funding housing or
hmm
housing and there's lots of addiction and there's lots of essentially being stuck. And sorry, I'm going off about this, and we should not be talking about this series, but
No,
just
it
kind of
sounds
hearing,
amazing.
yeah, just hearing how yours is too. I feel like maybe I'm mentally prepared to like go in and read the whole thing because I have read 4 books of absolute insanity that I cannot relate to because it's not something that has happened to me.
Hmm
Okay, but I'll stop there. I think I'm excited to read this because I'm interested and like I want to see how you depict it as well.
Oh yeah, but that's super good to know about the series you shared. I'll have to get
Yeah,
I'll
and
forget it after, so I'll
yeah,
have to text you or something
yeah,
after.
go for
Just
it.
come back and watch the
It's like
episode.
I said,
Oh yeah, it's true too.
it was kind of originally labeled as a YA. Now it's just fiction, but
Hmm
yeah, I highly recommend it. It is technically a romance, but there is so much kind of going into this, and
hmm
yeah, it's a lot, but it's so good and worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay,
Amazing.
so I want to know a little bit more. I know we've already kind of touched on it, but what does the writing process look like for you? Is this something where you kind of go in with the plot, or is it kind of, what is it? Are you a plotter or a pantser?
Oh yeah, I've heard that phrase. I thought that was
Yeah,
so
the
fun.
first time I never knew what that heck people were talking about.
Yeah, please explain this.
But no, I understand it now, because it's like, are you the person who flies by the seat of your pants, or are you someone who plots out the whole thing before you start?
Yeah, plotter or pantser?
I think I'm a mix. Like, I would say originally I was totally just a answer, which sounds inappropriate. But like that's totally like I just went in because in my head I was like, I want to watch a movie unfold that I create. So that's like one of the things I like about that like more spontaneous approach, and I still do that. But as I've started writing like a very wide universe, it doesn't work as well to do that because I'll throw an idea in and be like, oh wait, I need to go back like 4 books and undo what I just wrote. Um, so now I started kind of having a general plot point, and then the like fun part for me is like filling in those like little scenes, like getting an idea, like, oh man, like that'd be fun to have a waterfall scene. I don't plot that stuff, but I'll plot like major points of like things that need to happen.
Yeah, like points of contention, points of this,
and then you just pants yourself around through these plots.
Yeah, absolutely. Just pantsing around everywhere. Just
yeah. It totally sounds like Rihanna's a bully and she's just going around pantsing people.
I know.
You're such a pantser, Rihanna.
pantser.
Quit being such a pantser. Okay, so we were actually at the coffee shop today, and Rihanna's like, okay, Alessia, like, what if we did this? This could be such a fun idea. So we were thinking, if you have a copy of your book handy, we're going to give you a paragraph. We're going to give you a page and a line number, and we want you to read either the line or that paragraph from your book.
Oh, okay.
And I think we should both do one ourselves. So, Rihanna, you go for it first.
Okay, so I want you to go to page number 129.
Okay, 1 second. 129?
You got to scroll.
No.
Or is that too far? Did I give you too many pages?
Oh, no, I'm good.
Okay, question before you get there. How many pages are in your book?
I have the PDF version, so it's 374.
Okay.
You said 129?
129.
Okay.
And then, do you want to pick paragraph or I pick paragraph?
Okay, paragraph. Are we doing paragraph or sentence? What works for you?
Let's go paragraph. That's a little easier to track.
Okay. Paragraph 3.
This is a little short one.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, it says, silence fell between us. Romero's backstory wasn't what I expected. I never saw him as somebody who'd be like that.
Okay.
All right.
I want to know.
Sorry, I don't know how to like read properly.
I like it.
No, it's all good. It's like the one day Rihanna's like, okay, Alessia, show me your audiobook voice. And I'm like, this is my audiobook voice. What do you mean? I'm not an audio actor.
Okay, let's do one more.
Okay.
This is kind of cool.
I would
pick
like
a page number.
237.
My partner actually has like a degree in theater and film, so he'll be like, this is how you need to say it. And I'm like,
Aww.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know.
Let's go paragraph 5. Is that too many?
No, that's good.
Okay.
She reached out to me, but I pulled my hand away from her. I couldn't touch anyone good out of fear of my darkness would plague them too.
Oh, okay.
I'm intrigued.
That's a deep line. Okay, next line. I'm pulled in. Give us 2 more lines after that.
Okay, sorry, I feel like I'm butchering it because my voice. It's like,
no, you're doing
to, like,
great.
Read my book with people. It's like so strange.
But I mean, do people actually do those release parties where you stand up front and you read part of your book? Is that still a thing?
I think that's still a thing. Book releases.
I only ever see it in
movies and TV shows.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not distracting anymore. I'm intrigued.
Oh, you wanted me to keep reading?
Yeah, please.
Okay. Pardon me. Okay. You're capable of love, Naomi. You love me, Emily, and I know you love Romero. Please stay. Let's talk about this. Let us help you. Her pleading words yanked on my heart, broke me with every word she cried, and the fact she was pleading in Dakarian for some reason made it worse. Her pain was so aggressive she couldn't begin to focus on translating so Emily could know what was being said.
Okay. I think you just sold us
Yep.
like heavily on reading this book.
You sold us. You sold all of our listeners. This sounds really cool.
I'm pumped.
I'm stoked.
Oh, that's
So
nice to hear.
I want to know kind of like, I know we've touched on it a bit, but what's the future direction for you? What can you see kind of being the next thing, or where do you want to kind of take this?
Um, well, I ended up doing like as a little bit of a slow release, so it's just coming out on KDP or Kindle on September 2nd.
Hmm.
And that was just to I actually have a really fun idea for the print copies, which I would be happy to send you both a copy.
Oh,
But I'm not telling
yay.
what it is because it's really fun.
Okay, we love
So
surprises.
so I put that on hold. So when the print comes out, it has this like just fun little bonus things. So I put that until October 15th, I think is when I'll be releasing, just going a little bit wider. Like I think like Apple Books even too.
Yep.
Amazing.
But honestly, like I think on Friday, I had actually decided I stepped away from social media,
Okay.
which, is a
Yep.
choice when your book is coming out in a week. Um, but for me, I've always like, I wanted to publish to really push myself and make myself uncomfortable. And social media was a big thing where I was not comfortable. And so I'm not like saying my account is still active. I've just kind of like unlocked it for a while.
Hmm.
Um, because by setting like a publishing date, it like forced me to like be uncomfortable, which I do find
Yeah.
that's when I thrive. But with that, like I learned a whole lot about myself. Like I learned, things that I there's a lot of aspects I loved about the social media and I still do. Like I have so many people that I've connected with and I reached out to them after and I was like, we have like Discord so we can still communicate. And I was like,
Mhm.
I'll be back in a little bit. I just need a minute.
You
Um,
know, you know what though? I admire that too in a way because social media is heavy. It's so hard to keep up. It's overwhelming. So to be that person, you're like, no, like I need to take a break for my own well-being. This is
mhm.
overwhelming. I have other things in my life, and correct me if I'm wrong when I say any of this, but I know even for myself, I sometimes just don't check it because I log in and I'm like, there's all these things that keep popping up, and I'm like, I love this, but I'm also not interested in reading all of this. It's just a lot, and then even posting things, you kind of feel pressured to post.
Mhm. Yeah, like yeah, totally agree with all of that. And for me, my problem, so I don't mind sharing this. I was diagnosed like years ago with bipolar disorder. So with that, or
Whoa.
bipolar.
Welcome to the club, by the way.
Oh,
Hi.
oh,
Also,
hey.
yep, please continue.
Okay, so share your experiences with that if you're comfortable.
Oh,
Or
totally.
so with that, there comes major, major waves, right? Like things things are happening. This is likely why I wrote like 12 books, is because I was in this like state of mania.
Yeah.
And I was reaching the point where I was like, you know what? I'm starting to observe that I'm coming down. And
Hmm.
I have people in my life that I just like, I can't let down, like I got engaged. I need to be there for my partner, my mom,
Hmm.
like my brothers, my friends. So,
Also yourself, Kate. You have to
oh
be
yeah,
there
me
for
too.
yourself
Yeah.
too. That's a very important person to have on the list.
Yeah,
Oh
and
yeah.
I feel like adding so much to your plate that almost makes the overwhelmingness worse.
When you're coming down from something like that,
Yeah.
oh,
Hmm.
that could be a big crash for sure.
Yeah, and it doesn't know dates. Like it
Nope.
doesn't know like, hey, ma'am, like you've got like September 2nd, you got to suck it up till then. It's like, no, no, no. Like when
Hmm.
it comes down hard. So I've learned skills over the years how to prevent the hard crashes, and part of
Hmm.
it is
Yeah.
removing stresses. Um,
Yeah.
and like for me, writing is supposed to be fun, and I want to get better. And like, I go back and I'm like, oh, geez, ma'am, like, why did you write that? Like, that's bad.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm still like, but I found with social media, it was just becoming too much where I was spending more time doing that. But,
Yeah.
I love to read. I want to go back to reading. I want to go back to like writing and like learning language that I would never use and like expand and
Hmm.
stuff like that. And so,
Again,
yeah.
like I think that that is huge to be able to recognize, and like when something you love turns into something that you almost loathe or is overwhelming, or like you just feel like you can't catch up, and it's, for example, like I love, love, love reading, but then at times when I get overwhelmed with, okay, how many books did you read this month? And Goodreads is saying I'm 14 books behind on my goal tracker. It's overwhelming, and then I end up not reading because I just took away the joy of reading by putting that pressure on myself and being like, you have to read 130 books this month. Like, who said that I have to read 130 books? I told myself that, but by setting that expectation, I took away the fun of reading.
Yes.
So then one more question for you from me too is, what do you do as like your self-care in terms of even coming home from work with a really overwhelming or overloaded day? How do you kind of come home and you're like, you know what, I'm letting it go, I'm focusing on this, or whatever it is?
For me, like one thing that we do talk about in our work is like sometimes all it takes is like 20, 30 minutes of either physical activity or just something where you are completely removed. Um, so for me, like unfortunately, I don't watch a lot of like crime stuff, crime podcasts. I don't watch like any, there's the odd maybe documentary I'll watch, but I don't do anything related to crime because it's too much like work to me in a lot
Too
of ways.
close to home. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And so for me, I mean, a big part is the gym. Like I go to the gym and I have really nice like group of like friends there too that I've made. So sometimes it's just connecting with them. I call my mom all the time. Um, so yeah, that for me is it. We're just like me and my partner will take like, 20 minutes where we just talk about it, kind of get it out and then move on with our day and yeah, and like for me, honestly, writing is a massive part of that. Like you'll probably see in book two, you'll be like, oh, okay, I see why this girl works at Justice, because it'll definitely come out in a very weird way. But like, yeah, just like writing helps me process my thoughts a lot. So that was another reason where it's like when it becomes a chore and your coping mechanism becomes a task, like that's not okay with me. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
a
when
big-
that thing is supposed to kind of help you disconnect and bring you peace and joy and comfort and just peace, joy, and comfort. It sounds like Christmas. But like bringing you that sense of relaxation and like I get to focus on someone else's perspectives and stories, and I'm not feeling pressured to come home and work, right?
Well, and a key phrase you just said there is I get to versus when you're almost in a state where things are, heavy, you're maybe coming down from mania and things start turning into I have to.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, ooh, red flag, red flag, red flag. We got to take better care of me, get some of my other self-care tools going.
yes, definitely.
I actually really, really enjoy this kind of conversation, and I'm going to pivot 1 second here. But Rihanna, what are your self-care? Like, what do you do after going home from work and having a rough day or anything like that?
Spending time with my dogs is huge. So similar to you, getting out and having, I would almost, you talk about in powerlifting, you have that community. And for me, it's also reaching out to my community in different ways, whether that's, getting out with the dogs, checking in with a friend, going for a walk, that kind of thing. I also have a service dog. So my service, he's not here right now, but he does help quite a bit as well with some of those down-regulating tasks that do help me.
Oh, wow.
But so like to kind of build off that and a little bit of a pivot, because like now talking about my dogs and, mania and manic episodes, what, if you can talk about it, maybe this is what it was for you, but what is a manic decision that you have made that actually was really good? And you're probably going to answer with writing all your books, but, and then I'll tell you one of mine.
Yeah, you know what? It might be honestly deciding to publish. It might have just been because it was kind of like if I was in my not manic state, I wouldn't have done it. Like I 100% would have taken that chance to just like be bold and like go with it. And then there's sometimes where I look back, I'm like, man, like why did you do that? But through that, honestly, I have to say like I really have met like the most wonderful people. I've grown so much as a writer because I've connected like I'm gonna put a plug in for my editor.
Yeah.
So her name's Jessica Newman. She's down in she's in Tennessee, so she's in the States. But she's like, she was like a writing coach. She went like, she was supposed to be a beta reader another thing I didn't know was a thing.
I was going to say, Rihanna, do you even know what a beta reader is?
I'm assuming it has something to do with like pre-reading the book before it's released.
You're pretty close, actually. That's
Okay,
pretty
cool.
dead on. Sorry, I interrupted you, Kate. It's one of those things that I struggle with.
That's okay. No, beta reading, it's like reading a book at its worst, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice way to put it.
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but anyways, that's how I see it. But it also gives you opportunities for growth and stuff.
Yeah.
So she was supposed to do a beta read, and then somehow, because she's amazing, ended up doing what we call like a hodgepodge edit. And she really did become like, we become like friends actually, which is pretty cool. But, you know, she was like a writing coach, and now she's, you know, she'll be like pushing me, be like, hey, you need to like work on this chapter. Like, you need to incorporate color, you need to incorporate visuals, like, or she'll just straight up be like, hey, that's awkward wording. And I'm like, thank you. Like, so anyways, all going back, none of this would have happened without my mania, because I would have just been continuing to write by myself, not really having an idea if my book was going in any sort of direction, not even the right direction, just any direction. So yeah, that's probably it. What's yours?
All right. I've actually never really talked about this with many people, so this is kind of like a fun thing.
You're going from not talking about it to many people to sharing on a podcast.
On an entire podcast. So this would have been... Oh, yeah. And it's totally fine. I'll try to keep the details minimum. But about 6 years ago this winter, I was definitely in a manic episode. I started dating a guy. A month later, we decided to move in and get a place together, and we got a puppy.
Oh.
And so I still have that dog to this day. His name is Rocky. He is absolutely incredible. He is my soul dog, but he was definitely a manic decision where I was like, oh, this can't be a bad idea. Needless to say, the guy already had a dog, so we were going from one dog and not living together to 2 dogs and living together within like 2 months. And now to look back, I can be like, oh yeah, that was a manic choice, Rihanna. But
it's a great decision in the sense of you got Rocky.
Yeah, exactly. And he's lovely. He's such a good dog. But at the same time, I'm like, ooh, girl, like that, you got to be careful, because there's a lot of lives at stake sometimes when you go into a manic phase.
Well, and like, I can't say the same, like I can't relate in a way, because like I'm not diagnosed bipolar, but what I can share is kind of one of those decisions I've made on a whim that people are like, Alessia, are you crazy? You're already so busy. And for me, I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this. And it turned out to actually fill my cup so much that I didn't realize how empty my cup was. And this might sound cheesy, but it's literally the day that Rihanna asked me if I wanted to do a podcast, and I was like, you know what? I do want to do a podcast. And then we kind of dove into it, and it happened really quickly. And I remember my partner saying, Alessia, like, are you sure you have time for this? And like, are you sure you want to do this? And I was like, honest to God, it actually brings me a lot of joy. And it was a period of time where I was overwhelmed. I was exhausted. I didn't really like what I was doing. And then this bright light kind of came in and filled my cup. And I actually feel much better about the other things I'm doing, because I know that every Monday I'm like, I get to go podcast, guys, and it's awesome.
I get to go talk with authors, talk about books, see Ree.
Exactly. I mean, Ree has turned into one of my best friends, so heart there. But you want to hear a funny story, though? Ree was actually my massage therapist. And I had met her.
That's fun.
I had met her twice, and I think I told her my life story in those 2 sessions. And then my 3rd session, I just was talking about book stuff. And next thing you know, we're on a bookish podcast.
Oh my goodness, I love that. That's so fun.
That's our origin story.
That is how it all began.
That's very cool.
But okay, I have one more game I want to do before we cut out. But I want to do that game where everybody says one word and we're kind of creating a weird story. And like, do you know what I mean, Ruth?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And we're not going to do it for like a whole
book.
We're not going to do it for a whole book.
Word.
But oh no, not that one. What are you talking about?
Great is the first book word to start with.
Okay, so you get to start with great.
Great.
Now you say a word, Kate.
Pain.
Great what?
Pain.
Great pain in
Great pain in the
Waters.
great pain in the waters that
great pain in the waters that drown.
Great pain in the waters that drown memories.
great pain in the I'm going to lose the front part,
You're doing
but I'm just going to add waters. You said waters drowning the
Great pain in the waters that drowning memories
drown memories
the
of
of the past.
the
I used 2 words there. The past is 1 word.
Wow, we suck at this. I have the memory of a
It's
donut.
so hard.
It is pretty good though. Great pain in
Yeah.
the memories that drown
Yes,
the waters
okay.
of the past.
Okay, let's try this again. But we're
I'll
not
pick
going
a nicer word.
Yeah, we're not going to repeat what is said. We're just going to go quickly
Okay.
and just say a word.
Okay.
So, for example, once,
I
Went.
two,
a
Store.
and
fell
Into.
a
boat.
period. You get to start the next sentence, Kate.
Oh, okay. The boat. I used 2 words.
That's okay. Was
Orange.
Massive.
and
Turned.
Into.
I feel like I keep getting the like ands and ins into sexy
Blonde.
Woman.
ooh that
Spoke.
Without.
a tongue.
Period. That's a great story right there between those 2 lines.
Wow.
I have absolutely no idea what kind of story we would get from that.
Yeah,
But
not sure.
you know what? See, I thought it would be kind of fun. I love those kind of things.
Aw.
But
But if listeners are trying to find you, what is your Instagram handle for when you make your grand
when you
return?
come back,
No pressure.
or your
Oh, yeah.
Discord, if
Or
you
your
want
Discord.
people to
Yep.
connect with you.
Oh yeah, like it's all the same. So it's Kate S. Beaumont. So I also have a website, so they can. It's actually that was also the arc that I mentioned at the beginning by Megan Saint. She actually helped, or not helped. She did make the website too. So
Amazing.
Aw.
yeah, and it's really beautiful. She did an amazing job. So and it's all the same. It's all just Kate S. Beaumont on my website, my Instagram, Discord. If people want to message me. The other thing I'm working on my website, I just want to put in is that I'm actually putting like resources on there across Canada for like mental health, substance abuse and stuff like that. Just
Oh
in
my
the event
gosh.
that somebody crosses my book and is impacted, I want them to be able to find those resources. So it's a growing page right now. It's kind of bare, but I'm working on expanding. So
Wow.
if anybody hears this and they know of any resources across Canada, I just can't do the whole world. Please feel free to send those in an email. Again, my email is the same, katesbeaumont@gmail.com. So
Honestly,
Yeah.
that warms my heart so much.
Yeah.
I've never seen a website where the author does provide resources like that, especially when it comes to heavy topics related to their novels.
Yep.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
And
You're
you know
a safe
what?
space.
Yeah.
You're
I
a
try
safe
very,
space,
very
Kate.
hard.
Yeah.
And you know what? It takes a village. So I'm glad
takes-
you have those people that are there, like your publisher and it's not your publisher, I guess, but your editor in Tennessee and even the author you're reading helping you with a website. It does take a village, and you know what? Rely on that village. We all support each other, right? So
So true.
I love that.
That's exactly it.
Now, do you have any questions for us? You don't have to. I just put you on the spot.
I know. I was like, dang it, I should have known this was coming. It's like a job interview. They always do that at the end, right?
Yes, in this situation, when so and so get into an argument, what would you do to correct the situation? like stop the fight? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Like, just hire me and I'll deal with it.
Yeah, like, do you want me to say, okay, I'm going to use some self-regulation techniques. Let's all go into separate corners. Let's take a big breath in. We're going to do box breathing.
Dragon breaths.
That's box breathing.
That's what my sister calls it for the kids. It's dragon
box.
breaths.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I do have a question actually. What's your favorite book of all time?
Okay, this is an easy one for me, and it just popped right in my head. But Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom.
My dad loves that book.
Me and your dad would be great friends. Send him my number. Yeah. Send him my number. We can be friends. We can text about our Mitch Albom love.
Mitch Albom. That is a good book, though.
For myself, like, I have a bunch of favorite books in different categories of reading, right?
Mm-hmm.
And my all-time favorite in kind of a dark romance sense is actually, it's a trilogy, but it has the, what you want to call it, the omnibus, which is like the one that takes all three books and puts it together in one thick book. That one is actually written by K.L. Taylor. Oh my God, guys, my brain is not working. I'll post my favorite book, but it's the Swallow and Psychos. Swallow and Psychos.
Serious?
Guys,
cool.
my brain is hurting, but let me also say my all-time favorite book is Ruthless People by again, look at me go. Like,
We'll
who
have it in the
am
comments.
I?
It'll be in the
By
comments.
J.J. McAvoy.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yes,
Okay.
J.J. McAvoy. And the other one is by K.T. Taylor Lane.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
What's your
Psychos
favorite
and,
book?
Oh, Swallows and Psychos and Swallows. That's
Psychos
what it
and
is.
Swallows.
Yeah.
For me, it's The Hobbit. 100% The Hobbit. I actually, when I was in New Zealand in Hobbiton, I like reenacted the scene of me like running to it. So, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
But
Yeah.
yeah. Oh my God, and you were in New Zealand. Oh my God, I love this so much.
That's incredible.
I recommend it if you can ever do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a disclaimer there for those two authors that I was losing my marbles for. My ADHD is off the hinders right now. But I will post those books.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Well, Kate, thank you so much for coming on and joining us. We are so stoked that you took the time out of your day and talked with us, had a lovely chat about all things book, being a new author, even diving into mental health, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Again, listeners, her new book, Salt and Shadow, is coming out on September 2nd. We listed all the ways you can get in touch with her and you can find that book. And again, Kate, thank you so much for coming on the podcast with us.
Oh, thank you. Honestly,
Yeah.
it was really nice to meet you guys. I was listening to your other ones and I was like, oh, they're so fun. Like,
And I hope
fills my heart.
you feel less nervous now because it's just a fun conversation and like it does warm my heart that you've listened to our other episodes and now you get to be an episode and people get to see how fun you are to have on the podcast and to kind of see your journey to writing the book.
yeah, it's kind of fun because also, you know, I'm not a super serious person, but my book is sometimes. And I'm like, ma'am, how did I write this? But anyways, that's about it.
You were in a
Amazing.
different state of mind. It's okay.
Oh, I was, yeah.
You said that and the only thing that came to mind is the song Empire State of Mind.
Empire State of Mind.
So off track, I'm literally psycho today.
That is
But
A-okay.
again, we're so grateful you were here today and we hope to keep connecting with you and kind of watch how your journey kind of progresses. And we're already excited for your next book to come out and to see what books are next.
Yeah, I can't wait to
thank
read
you.
Salt and Shadow.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me know what you think. Be brutally honest too, you
of
know.
course.
100%.
You know, tell me.
100%. But again, we've loved to have you and yeah, it's been awesome.
Thank you so much. This is the Not That Kind of Book Club podcast. I'm Ree.
I'm Les, and we read it so you don't have to.